Well, Obama strikes again. First it was Rahm Israel Emanuel to be his chief of staff. Now Obama appoints Zionist Jew Dennis Ross to be his Middle East policy advisor. This is a guy who's further to the right than Dick Cheney. This is the guy that believes in greater Israel and all that mess. We're talking Pat Robertson level crazy. Dennis Ross is part of the staff for Paul Wolfowitz, former chairman of the World Bank. He was the first chairman of the new Jerusalem-based think tank, the Jewish Policy Planning Institute. He's part of AIPAC, the Israeli lobby, which was caught spying on the United States. He supported the Iraq War. He worked for Fox News. He helped write Obama's address to AIPAC in 2008. If you remember, both Obama and McCain went straight to AIPAC after winning the primaries. He's worked for Washington's Institute for Near East Policy with all the other most famous neocons, Louis Libby and such. And he pushes for war with Iran. Here's a speech from the little bastard.
Israel's position today to what it was in 2001. Its strategic position. In 2001, Iran was not a nuclear power. It is today. It doesn't have nuclear weapons yet, but it's a nuclear power today. It converts uranium ore to uranium gas. It enriches it. It's now stockpiling low-enriched uranium. It has stockpiled several hundred kilos of low-enriched uranium, half of what it would need for the first core of a nuclear bomb. And if we stay in the same path we're on, if we stay with the same policy we have, Iran will be a nuclear weapon state. Which Palestinians, which Arab states will then say it's okay to make a compromise with Israel? Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, has said any Arab who deals with Israel will face the full fury of the Islamic response. That's what he said. That's what he said already. Now imagine if they have nuclear weapons. What do you think the impact is on the rest of the region? This is the situation Israel's in today. Israel today faces 40,000 rockets from Hezbollah. 40,000. So Hezbollah represents more of a threat than it did before. Iran represents more of a threat than it did before. And Hamas. Hamas runs a mini terrorist state in Gaza today. And they have 2,000 rockets. Do you think American disengagement from pursuing peace was a good thing in terms of Hamas? Yeah, it was great from Hamas's standpoint. Hamas and Hezbollah and all the radical Islamists, what they need is this. If you ask me, why am I out here for Senator Obama right now? It's because I felt I couldn't be responsible to sit on the sidelines and do nothing. But I'm also here, I hope, to encourage you and to inspire you to take advantage of the time that's available. All of us are in this together. And I can think of few places where it's more important. I mean, this is a state that if this state goes a certain way, it's also going to help shape what the election's going to be. So it's in your hands. I'm here, but it's in your hands.
It's more of the same. Get Iran, they're building a nuclear bomb, baloney. More scare tactics from Israel to start another war. Of course, they don't want to fight it. They want the U.S. to do it. They want to put more sanctions on Iran, something else Obama voted for, as well as McCain. When you look at the sanctions that President Clinton and Bush Jr. had, over 500,000 people starved to death. 500,000 people died of starvation. And over 1 million Iraqis have died since war. So you're talking about 1.5 million people who are dead. They weren't a threat to the United States whatsoever. That is terrorism. That is terrorism. We're never going to be able to fight terrorism as long as we continue to engage in it ourselves. And what the U.S. does, if you look at the CIA, the largest terrorist organization in the world, what we've done to Central America and South America and the Caribbean, what we've done in Africa and Southeast Asia, things we've done in the Middle East, no terrorist group can hold a finger to the United States. The country was founded on the genocide of Native Americans, where 55 million people killed. Anyway, here's the facts. You can expect no change on the policy towards the Middle East. Obama is continuing the Bush rhetoric of Iran is trying to build a nuclear bomb. He's putting all the prominent Zionists in his cabinet. They're actually further to the right than the Bush administration. We're talking Pat Robertson level, crazy, Dennis Ross, Rahm Emanuel. We'll see who he gets in the future. I'm sure I'll be making more unfortunate videos like these explaining what he's doing. We said he was doing that from the beginning. You had a chance. You guys voted for McCain and Obama in the primaries, and it's the public's fault. A lot of it's the fault of the mass media, but I mean, if you're an adult and you are still watching Fox News or CNN, that's your own fault. I mean, you should be able to figure out that that's a bunch of bullshit in about 20 minutes. I mean, they've done nothing but lie to you. They did nothing but lie to you about the Iraq War and every aspect of it. And they still haven't made coverage of many things. They still haven't gone over the Niger forgeries. They still haven't covered the Apex firing case. They still haven't gone over the truck bombs on 9/11, other than the live coverage that was there. It was yanked right away. There are so many things, and they're going to continue to lie to you. And if you continue to get all your information from either little emails from these groups that are bought and paid for to give you propaganda, or watching the mass media on television, then you will remain clueless, and we will continue to elect these despot imperialist bastards. And you've really got to look in the mirror and stop just blaming Bush and the media. It's the American public. It's our own fault. We have to be the change we want to see in the world. You've got to do real research. Wake the fuck up.